Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Welcome back to my channel. How are we all doing? I hope all is well with you. So we are going to start without wasting much time, but let me just apologize to some of you that complained yesterday that the background music of the video that we uploaded yesterday is too loud. I'm sorry, it wasn't my intention, and I just want to make sure that it's not going to repeat again here. So let's go straight to the program. So what you are seeing here on the screen is from the office of COS DPM Dr. Ngozi Rabeze. She made this post giving updates from the based on the international humanitarian law. Many of you were in that program. That was not that is not the only way. Not that the certificate is not for you for those that participated in that program that took place some time ago, on a Zoom meeting. So we actually broadcast it here. We shared it and we talked about it because it was so nice to listen to. It was so nice. It was very 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 educative. About a lot of things that I don't even know before, like how you expect to carry yourself in any, when there's any, you do account going on and all that. What army is supposed to do, what is the behavior and everything. So she made it clear, and that our lecturer, I forgot his name, that our brother that lectured that said a lot of things, lectured everybody, and the participant was so happy. Everybody was happy about the lecture, and the delivery was superb. Now they made it clear that from time to time they are going to, as the teaching continued, they are going to, give certificate to some people that participate, that follow the steps that it was that the kind of the requirement and everything. So today she said this, and I felt like it was sharing. Press release: USB government IHL certificates out. Now, hundreds of the United States of Biafran leaders and defense at home and abroad have completed and been certified in the International Humanitarian Law IHL C certificate. Now, international humanitarian law (IHL) is a set of rules that aims to limit the effect of armed conflict for humanitarian reasons. USB participants should expect their certificate. This is a critical steps in building one of the most disciplined society in the world. Key point: promote human treatment. The law is based on principles of human treatment, prohibition of torture, and respect for human dignity. Geneva Conventions, the four Geneva Convention of 1949 are the cornerstone of modern international humanitarian law. I want you to pick something here, especially that Geneva Convention. Oh, PM's, Ngozi Labeze is not following the template of PM. No, they are not following the template of PM. She's not following the order, the steps from PM. Whose step is she following? Who is she following her order? Tell me what she's doing. Tell me what she have done. Tell me that is, when you hear these people talking, sometimes you ask yourself, are they actually have them been together with the PM before? Or because even me, for example, that from outside, watching and following what is on social media, I have not been in executive on any internal meeting. No, the way you see it outside is the same way I see it. But we can also tell ourselves the truth that truly PM talked about the Geneva Convention. Many of you know that. That's why the template they're talking about, they don't even know the template if they see it. If you ask them, okay, this template you're talking about, how does it look? I mean, what must we see before we now know that this is the template of PM? And what is that thing that we are seeing now that is not in the template of PM? How can you now say that the template is not being followed when you don't even know the template when you see it? You get my point. because the issue of this training is simply to follow that Geneva Convention, and it's been mentioned here. Geneva Convention, the fourth Geneva Convention of 1949, are the cornerstone of modern IHL, that's International Humanitarian Law, having been adopted by nearly every nation. Principle of distinction, attacks must only be directed against military objectives, not civilians. So we knew what happened when Masakano was arrested. Like I said, what I'm telling you is not something that is secret. It's something that it's already on social media. You can see it, you can read it, you can watch a lot of videos. People have talked about it. What happened? How some people said, "Oh, don't listen to Samoneta." If you listen to him, so allegedly, some were died, some were buried alive, and I'm not saying that I have, proof to that, but that is on social media. People have talked about it, and even recently in this era, after PM was arrested, we have seen what happened. People ordinarily that don't even have contact of somebody that talked to Biafra Liberation Army started talking to Biafra Liberation Army, and this thing, linger to what is going on now, that you are hearing this army say that I must be in charge. The other one say I must not be there. They keep on fighting each other, and some cases we lost some lives and all that. But I'm not here to analyze it. Like I always tell you, I have to choose my words carefully. But you cannot deny the fact that you have not watched some videos or some broadcasters that talked about it, and some even shared voice note of some military dishing out warning to civilian. If you come homeland, we'll buy you. Hey, don't talk about me again. That kind of thing. So this teaching or this lesson or this awareness is not only meant for Biafran or those who are seeking for their freedom. Like she said here, that many nations, look at it here, that having been adopted, nearly every nation, having been adopted by nearly every nation, you can mention countries of those that have adopted this. That's why you see some countries that are following this international humanitarian law. When their military has been informed, they know what they're doing. They're following the template very well. That's when you see a country that when the soldier is moving, civilians and citizens will be clapping for them, praising them for job well done. Not because the other country, the other army, like the one we have witnessed in Nigeria today, not that they are weak they don't know how to touch trigger, or they don't have access to buy civilian. In Nigeria today, for example, if you are just ordinary, you have any banger that has army color, they may even tell you to start jumping like a frog in the gutter in sewage system. You'll be dancing, and sometimes they will tell you to pick pin. You raise one of your leg up and point your finger on the floor and all that. So all these things is against this law, humanitarian law. You don't showcase your strength as a soldier on civilian for no just reason. If you ask just ordinary questions, they will tear you with one slap. Sometimes you lose your teeth. Sometimes they even beat you to the extent you have black eyes. You know what I mean? And they don't care even about women. Like you see a woman that carry a baby, breastfeeding baby, they will treat the woman as if the woman have committed, I don't even know, no trial, no humanity, not even empathy, nothing whatsoever. So, but you can only see that in a society or a country that failed to adapt or to lecture or teach their military this lesson. So, for those who are seeking for template to follow, my question to you: what do you have to say about this one? Is it also maybe something because most of you lack, understanding? I'm not saying that I am Chiku B of this world or Shoyinka or China Chepe. No, I have nothing to equate these people that I mentioned. But what I'm trying to equal myself to them, what I'm trying to tell you is that You don't need to be a professor, a doctorate degree holder, or anything for you to understand simple things. At least to know the truth when you see one. You cannot tell me that all this time that PM, was delivering lecture and, State of Nation broadcast and everything, press briefing and everything, you were unable to pick even one thing. The template of PM is not all that hidden. Yes, it's hidden, but it's not all that hidden. The part that's supposed to be hidden is hidden. The part that you're supposed to know basic things is there. For example, before the convention, what did he say? He made it clear to everybody that don't expect military checkpoint, army barrack, everything to just go overnight because we have declared the election. Which DOS people say, you see, he knew that he's not going anywhere. PM, condition your mind to understand that after declaration, that's process. Don't worry. People who actually could host the program when PM was saying this thing, and I'm asking you, show me the template. What are they? What is so no? When you begin to touch on this, because somebody who were there shouting, "Oh, Bato, Mary," couldn't even pick a point from that. The same is now asking us, what is she doing? Where is he? You understand? Something that PM even said is going to take time. It's a gradual process. Let's continue. He said here, principle of proportionality, the anticipated civilian harm from an attack must not be excessive in relation to the expected military advantage. International humanitarian law, IHL, is a set of rules that aims to limit the effect of armed conflict for humanitarian reasons. It protects people who are not or are no longer involved in fighting, such as civilians, the wounded, and prisoners of war. So all these things is, even though you are fighting, there's a limit. That's why we used to hear that during the Nigerian Biafran Civil War or genocidal war, that even a pregnant woman, they will call the person and drag the baby out from the womb forcefully. So that kind of thing is, you don't need to, if you are well informed, this thing as a soldier, as a military man, you are not expected to do that, commit such crime. You learn how not to, be animal instead of human being, simply because you carry firepower and you are wearing khaki and you have boot on your foot. So those things is prohibited. That is what it is. And you see, when somebody who actually understands what to do, how to do it, is doing something, the only thing you can do, no matter how you want to see it, is to support. Do you understand it? It's to support. So this is the update I want to share with us. And here is the certificate, as you can see here. Let me see that this is a better way. This is certificate, and I'm going to use it on the thumbnail so you can view it properly. But I want to know your take. What do you have to say about this move? Do you agree or disagree? To me, it's best, and I hope and I pray that USB government will continue to bring such lecture to the public. What I'm saying now is based on just because I managed to watch the first broadcast they did without our brother, our uncle, our papa, who actually lectured everybody, and some people who knows a lot about this before the program, that delivered those speeches that day. I was able to grab my point. I was able to, to understand truly. This is what differentiates African, especially Nigerian soldier, from other civilized world. When American soldier is moving now, almost everybody will stand. You see standing innovation. Why? Because they trust them. They can't misbehave, and truly they won't misbehave. You think it's because you think that all the military, all these American soldiers and everything and what have you, they are all graduates. That they are all doctorate degree holders. No, it's about this information. It's about this lesson, this teaching, this awareness. They have received it. That is what differentiates you from them. You see an African man that that's joined the American army or recruited in the American army. After 6 months, you can check his behavior. Well coordinated, well informed. That's what it is. When you refuse to do what you're supposed to do as a soldier, educate yourself and equip yourself. That will stop this dragging or buying into Gumi's advice. Go and buy your brothers and fight yourself. You think if you know all those things, Gumi's statement will sound to you like a foolish statement, which it is. Do you understand? Please like the video and let me know what you think about it. Good morning to you, and make sure you share it widely. But we are coming live. I don't know, maybe before the program, before the watch video, maybe you have finished the live. I don't know. But keep your eyes on the channel. We will, try our best to talk about something very, very important. Take care and God bless you.